I'm going to be demonstrating a element of a very traditional ritual that is known by many, many Jewish folks worldwide. The ritual that I'm going to be focusing on is Netiylat Yadayim. I have a special vessel for a kli for this ritual, also known as a kfark. I have taken my ring off my finger and placed it beside me, so my hands are ready to be purified. In the Hasidic tradition, one washes their hands first thing in the morning, thinking that during the night you are covered in a film of death. And by pouring water over your hands, you're restoring your hands to life and preparing yourself for prayer. Netiylat Yadayim is something that one does before prayer. It's also something done before eating, before engaging in scribal arts, and a number of other occasions, including during the Pesach Seder, which we're about to celebrate. But I want to focus on one element of Netiylat Yadayim, and it's not the pouring of the water that most people are familiar with. So I'm going to start off with just the gestures of pouring the water, just to get things started. So you take with your right hand and you pour on your left 2 times. The first time is to cleanse. The second time is to purify. I'm going to switch and pour on this side. And now I'm going to engage in a practice that's often overlooked. It's called Shifshuf Yadayim, which is rubbing the hands. So rubbing the hands means taking the water and spreading the water out. So there are a couple of interpretations about why you're doing the Shifshuf Yadayim. One of those interpretations is that you are cleansing dirt, so you're literally using the strength of your hands to cleanse your hands a little bit more. Another interpretation is that you are continuing the act of pouring by spreading the water over your hands. But there is a third, and this is the interpretation I want to focus on. There's a third interpretation, and that comes from a Hasidic source, Reb Zalman, Shneur Zalman of Liadi, who taught that you are adding a tahara yatera, an extra purification through the rubbing process. You are awakening the hands and purifying them to another level. So I've added a practice from Feldenkrais teaching, Moshe Feldenkrais, the wonderful somatic healer, late somatic healer. And so what I do, in addition to rubbing my hands in this way, the traditional way to rub one's hands together, I also use my interlaced fingers, the natural, organic way that I want to interlace my fingers. I start with that. And I rub the area at the very bottom of my fingers and feel that sensation. Sit with it for a moment. Then I switch over to the unnatural way in which my hands come together. Feldenkrais taught that you're bringing together the two sides of your mind as you bring together your hands in this way. And now I rub a little bit more. And I end with lifting my hands in gratitude. So that's Shifshuf Yadayim.